Welcome to our deep dive into poverty as a challenge in India. Poverty is not just about a lack of money, it's a complex, multidimensional issue affecting millions. In this video, we'll break down what poverty really means, its key features, root causes, and the consequences it has on individuals and society. We'll also explore government measures, recent developments, and the way forward. Let's begin by understanding the core definition of poverty and why it remains a pressing issue in India today. Poverty is more than just low income. It's a multidimensional deprivation where individuals or households lack the income, consumption, and capabilities needed to live with basic dignity. This includes both monetary poverty, like having income or consumption below a certain threshold, and non-monetary deprivations, such as poor access to education, health, housing, sanitation, and energy. In India, poverty is measured using various indices, reflecting the diverse ways people experience deprivation. Poverty in India is multidimensional, affecting income, education, health, housing, sanitation, energy, and nutrition. It often traps families across generations, making it hard to break free. Poverty is concentrated in specific regions and among marginalized groups, such as certain states, rural belts, and socially disadvantaged communities. Vulnerability to shocks like illness, crop failure, or job loss can push families deeper into poverty. Informal and precarious work, with low wages and little social protection, is common among the poor. The roots of poverty in India are deep and varied. Structural causes include low and unequal asset ownership such as land, skills, and capital, along with a large informal sector and low productivity. Many people lack access to stable, well-paying jobs, and opportunities for skill development are limited. These structural barriers make it difficult for families to escape poverty, even when the economy grows. Social factors like discrimination, poor access to quality schooling and healthcare, and gender gaps in work and care responsibilities contribute to poverty. Demographically, India has a large dependent population, underemployment, and migration stress, which further strain resources. These social and demographic challenges often intersect, making poverty a persistent issue for many communities. Macroeconomic shocks like inflation, especially food inflation, growth slowdowns, and trade disruptions can push more people into poverty. Pandemics and disasters have also shown how vulnerable many households are. Governance gaps, such as errors in targeting welfare, leakages, and low state capacity in lagging regions, can limit the effectiveness of poverty reduction programs. Poverty leads to significant human development losses, including malnutrition, learning deficits, and higher rates of illness and mortality. It drags down productivity and economic growth, weakens demand, and can fuel social exclusion, crime, and political instability. Environmental stress is also common, as poor families often rely on unsafe fuels and live in informal settlements lacking basic services. To combat poverty, the Indian government has implemented several measures. Food security is a major focus, with schemes like the National Food Security Act, NFSA, and the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, PMGKA, which provides free grains to eligible beneficiaries. These programs aim to ensure that no one goes hungry, especially during times of crisis. Livelihood and employment programs like MGNREGA, skill development, and MSME support help create jobs and improve incomes. Human capital initiatives such as Poshan, midday meals, and Ayushman Bharat focus on nutrition, education, and health. Financial inclusion efforts like PMJDY and direct benefit transfers ensure that support reaches those who need it most. Recent years have seen major policy updates. PMGK has been extended to provide free food grains to over 81 crore beneficiaries for 5 years, starting January 2024. The latest PLFS data shows unemployment remains broadly low, though some mixed trends exist. Globally, the World Bank warns that progress on poverty reduction has slowed, with around 700 million people still in extreme poverty. India's profile in the Multidimensional Poverty Index has also been updated, reflecting ongoing challenges and progress. Looking ahead, India needs to sustain food price stability, improve storage and cold chain infrastructure, and boost labour productivity through manufacturing and construction jobs. Targeted investments in human capital, especially in lagging districts, are crucial. Strengthening social protection, closing gender gaps in the workforce, and promoting green, resilient livelihoods will help build a more inclusive and sustainable future. In summary, poverty in India is a complex, multidimensional challenge that requires coordinated action across sectors. While significant progress has been made, millions still face deprivation. By understanding the features, causes, and consequences of poverty, and by supporting effective government measures, we can work towards a future where everyone has the opportunity to live with dignity. Thank you for joining us on this important journey. Let's continue to stay informed and engaged in the fight against poverty.